Hello there, Ray here, and we got a brand new 1.14 snapshot. This is 19W13A. In this snapshot, they went ahead and they did a bunch of changes to do with the way that raids occur, as well as they did some tweaks to the accessibility button, and they also came in with a whole bunch of bug fixes. I will be reviewing all the different changes that they have in the snapshot, and at the end I'll be giving my opinion on the changes. There's also quite a bit of stuff we need to test in more detail, which we will be doing tonight during our snapshot stream that we have with the viewers. So if you'd like to be there right as we actually test some of this stuff, we do have a snapshot server where you can hop on and join us for that testing. And you can learn more about that down in the description. And the stream will be tonight, this Wednesday, at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. And I really look forward to testing all this stuff with you guys. Let's get into all the changes. They made a lot of changes to do with how raids occur. Let's go ahead and try it. We'll give ourselves some bad omen effect. So we'll first try out with Bad Omen Level 1, and you can see the icon here. It looks like a crazy villager blowing smoke out of his nose. But let's go ahead and move into the village, and you see it took away the Bad Omen effect, and it makes the raid bar at the top. This is so far typical to what we see with raids, but they have specifically changed the way that the levels work as well as the waves and the amount of actual raiders that are going to occur. So here comes a raid over here. So this was just a level 1 raid. You can see we got the main guy with the banner's head. We also got a couple other guys. Let's go ahead and watch these guys take on the village here. One thing they did change is in allowed the villagers can now open up doors. So you see they just go right into the houses and go after the villagers. So now the villagers aren't really safe just sitting inside the houses as it used to be. You also notice that the villagers are sweating. They're putting off these little water particles. This is something we noticed during the stream, and we thought it was kind of strange, but also during that time when they were sweating, they were unable to be traded with. This is something they changed again, so you can trade villagers during a raid. And I actually thought being able not to trade the villagers during raid kind of made sense. During the stream, it was kind of funny when a raid would come, no one would be able to trade with the villagers that were around them. But another thing they changed about the villager raids is that they said they have made them a bit smarter, so they don't just go to like one house and sit there and like pathfind towards one villager. They'll kind of spread out and move house to house. These guys seem to went to that one house, kill the villager. They're not really moving on to any of the new houses. But I'm thinking what they want them to do is kind of move house to house and check for villagers. So it's going to be really important to go ahead and try to remove the raids because they are able to easily go into the houses and kill them. Now over here on this side of the village, you notice that the little raid bar has went away. That's probably a bug, as the villagers should still consider this a raid. And that's the problem is the villagers are now coming out, so they're getting easily killed off by the pillagers because they don't think the raid is going on anymore. Oh, that was really nice of the Iron Golem to just kill that guy instantly. It might have to do with the villages kind of far apart, as that one's pretty far from these other ones over here. So let's go ahead and try it. This time we'll move into the center of the village, so hopefully the raid will stay around this area here. So our first raid is coming in. So we got 5 guys. Let's go ahead and take these guys out. We'll see how the next levels look. Here comes the second wave. As you can see, there is 7. So we gained 2 more people from the previous wave. Here comes the third wave. You see we now got an illager beast. We also got a witch. And we got a bunch of the normal illagers. You see the witch has given them the regeneration. Let's kill all these guys. So we get the next wave to come in. Here comes the fourth wave. You can see there's quite a few guys in here. Looks like we got 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Got 8 guys in this wave. We actually got a couple of witches in the back here. Oh, we actually got 9. There's a witch down in here too. So yeah, quite a few witches which are healing all of the pillagers. Here comes the 5th wave. This is all just from Bad Omen 1. Notice how fast the evoker is. He's extremely fast. It's almost like he has a speed boost. So we got 3 guys, 4, 5, 12 guys from that raid. Now we are victorious. You see the raid bar at the top change. And now it says victory. All the villagers are shooting off fireworks. We got a lot of different variations of fireworks that they shoot off. All the villagers are very happy because you went ahead and saved their village for them. And then after the fireworks are done, the victory bar is removed, and then you get a new type of effect in the game. So this is called Hero of the Village. And you can get several different levels of this. Now I got level 1, and this will last 2 Minecraft days. And this will allow you to get better trades out of the villagers. So the prices will all be reduced, as you can see here, but this doesn't allow you to actually buy more of the products. So they'll still lock up after the typical number, which is either 2, 6, or 8. So one thing that did change is the amount of bad omen that you take into a village will play a slightly different part in the actual raids. Let's go ahead and we're taking in level 5 bad omen, which actually comes out to be level 6. So here comes the first raid. As you see, we got 5 guys. Here's wave 2. Wave 2 consists of 6 guys. Here comes wave 3. Wave 3 consists of 7 guys. Here comes wave 4. Wave 4 consists of 10 guys. Wave 5 consists of 11 guys. So typically you only have 5 waves, but because we have extra bad omen, we're having now a 6th wave, which is just a copy of the 5th one. So we got 1, so we had 13 guys in the 6th wave. And now it's the victories. So now by having extra levels of bad omen when you go into a village, it's just going to add in 1 extra wave at the end. So the number of waves you get will determine by the difficulty. So on easy, you'll get 3 waves. On normal, you'll get 5 waves. And on hard, you'll get 7 waves. So right now I set it to hard, so we should get 7 waves. You can now get up to bad omen level 5. And you only get 1 bad level at a time when you kill a captain. Now some of the Vindicators seem to not actually have a weapon in their hand. They'll go around and they'll chase villagers, but they don't actually have any type of axe. And I've seen some that have like a wooden axe. So this guy doesn't seem to be able to harm the villagers. It does seem that the higher the wave plus the higher difficulty, you'll get more villagers per wave. And each person that brings bad omen into the village will increase the bad omen level on that village up to 5. Meaning you can get 5 extra bonus waves after the initial ones. And the higher level of bad omen means the higher chance you'll have enemies that will have enchanted weapons. Witches will still try to aid in the fight, but they won't actually attack the villagers. They'll just throw potions. I've also seen them throw healing potions too, so we could probably make a healing potion farm very similar to that of like my regeneration potion farm, which is actually an extremely useful thing to have. Higher levels mean you get more guys. Here we got a evoker that was on top of a Ravager. We actually had 2 illusioners in this one, as the guys on top can be any type of villager. And these waves get really difficult when you get up in the higher numbers. You can see these guys move very quickly, even with creative. It's hard for me to go around and actually hit them. Looks like we actually had 3 evokers this time. And the hero of the village effect can add up. As you see, I got level 5 now. I just completed another one. It seems like the harder ones you complete, the higher level ones you can get. So let's go check the prices. Oh wow, he really reduced the prices. So yeah, if you would get like one of the highest level ones, you could do a lot of great trading. So it might be worth making a setup where you can actually cause a raid to occur and finish the raid before doing a mass amount of trading with the villagers. And on like a multiplayer server, you can go ahead and like have this account log off so that the villagers will refresh their trades because someone else is loading them. And then this player could log back in and use this effect to get more discounted trades. Now, Vindicators will still try to chop down doors instead of opening them all the time. Now, Evokers will spawn from waves 5 to 7. Now, one thing I'm a little bit concerned about is the random villager patrols that could just kind of spawn out in the plains, and then they're just passing through and they're eventually making their way to a specific village. These guys, they just kind of do their little thing, and even if you're not paying attention, like, you don't have to start any type of raid or anything, and then these guys will just come in and they'll walk right into the villagers, open the doors, and kill all the villagers, and you might not even know about it because you didn't even start the raid. So villagers are definitely under the threat. They also changed the effect to do with the bells. So now if you rung the bell, you'll cause the villagers to randomly run to nearby homes and hide for a short period of time. So let's go ahead and try it. I'll ring that bell, and looks like the villagers have all ran away. All inside, I guess? Oh yeah, they're inside, even though it's daytime out. Huh, that's cool. So I guess if you see a raid coming, you can try to get them indoors, but the villagers can still open the doors. But maybe you can use that to kind of herd the villagers into a certain spot. Maybe if you're trying to convert a village over into like a villager breeder or like an iron farm, then you can ring the bell and get them indoors. So then you can kind of work with them a lot better. Or maybe remove all the doors except for a couple so that they all come to one spot where you can capture them. They also did quite a few bug fixes in this version. They fixed a bug where you could put buttons underneath the hoppers. They also fixed a bug they ran into during the snapshot where the Ender Dragon wouldn't always spawn when your render distance was quite low. They fixed quite a few bugs to do with GUIs and different types of things, such as like the command block. But I still noticed some problems, like when you were typing here, and if you mistype something, you're trying to autocomplete. So let's say I accidentally hit an F instead of a D, and then I hit Tab trying to autocomplete. It will put my focus down here on this button, and then I won't be able to continue typing. Then I have to tab through all this again, and then I end up right here. Now I finally ended up back here. I can continue typing. And this is pretty annoying when you're typing out commands really fast. If you would happen to accidentally misspell something and then press tab, you would end up down here. Then you have to click back into here, which gets really annoying. And I did make a bug report on this because I noticed this in a couple different situations. And it's really just making it harder to do command blocks and stuff instead of making it easier. Now they fixed a bug that a lot of people have been pointing out, which is villagers are not breeding. Even though the villagers were putting off hearts at night, they weren't actually producing any babies. So they said that they have fixed this. So you guys are able to make villager breeders again. They fixed it so that the splash water bottles are able to put out fires again. They fixed it so that when you come out of bed, you'll no longer be placed inside of blocks. This is something we noticed with villagers. They sleep in the bed, and then they could be placed somewhere else where they could like clip through a wall and get out. They also fixed a bug to do with players being placed directly on top of the bed when there's no blocks around it. I'm not sure what's going to exactly happen if you can't get placed on top of it. Let's go ahead and try it out. I'll just escape out of this, and I am placed on top of it. So I'm not quite sure what they meant by that bug report, because that seems to be working properly. But they did fix a bug that when sleeping in bed, it would end up putting your spawn point back at the world spawn point. Now they fixed glass some more. As you see in the last snapshot, there were some problems with it, like mobs could spawn on top of it, and like you can place rails on top of it. They said they have removed it so mobs can no longer spawn on top of it, but you can still place rails on it. I mean, you can place other types of things, such as like levers on the side of it. So I'm not sure if that is intended or not. But it doesn't work like a solid block, like I can't power this rail with this lever here. We also noticed some problems to do with the soul sand, as you still cannot place rails on top of it, or you can't place like levers on the side of it or anything like that. So still seems to be some bugs that they need to fix. And most likely mobs would not be able to spawn on top of this. And they were also having mobs spawn on top of leaves, and they said they have fixed this as well. Huh, baby villagers bouncing up and down on top of this bed here. It's having a lot of fun. Somehow I just got a rose in my inventory. I don't know if one of these guys gave it to me or what. Now they said they have changed it so that the baby villagers can also have biome-specific skins. So here we're on a cold biome, being a taiga. Let's go ahead and make a baby villager. Oh yeah, he does. That is so cute. His legs, oh, that is so cute. His legs are like way down there. I wonder if that means you could also get zombie babies with biome-specific skins. Oh yeah, this baby is giving me roses. Holy moly. Did he also give me seeds too? I don't remember picking up those seeds. You just seen the guy was throwing me, yeah, he threw me a rose, definitely. That's why he's like a poppy farm or something. Oh, maybe because I have the Heroes of the Village effect. Maybe the babies like throw you roses. Kind of like after you complete a performance, people like throw you roses on stage. Very cool. They also added this little figure over here. So let's go ahead and click that. And this is the accessibility settings. They added it directly onto that main page there. They also said that they have made some accessibility as well as narration improvements.
Narrator, narrate, game menu, options.
So when you highlight different things, it's going to tell you what it is.
Resource packs, button.
So one of the things I wanted to try to see
options.
if they could actually lower the audio of it.
Voice/speech, 6, voice/speech, 1% slider, voice/speech, off slider.
Yeah.
Voice/speech, 2%, voice/speech, 98% slider.
The problem with the narrator is that you can't ever change
voice/speech,
the volume of it.
Slider. Master volume.
Yeah.
Master volume.
It doesn't matter what
slider.
you do. It just keeps talking. So even if it's like super loud compared to everything else you're listening to, you can't turn it down. So you really need to have a setting
Master volume,
so you can adjust it.
36% slider.
Otherwise, it's just not useful. So even when like you open up villager inventories,
leather worker.
It says leather worker.
Narrator, off.
So the changes that they made to raids seems like they actually made them easier instead of making them harder. And I was really hoping that they would make them harder, or at least options so people that want them to be harder could increase the difficulty of them. Oh yeah, that guy just threw me some seeds and this guy just threw me some roses. So yeah, they're definitely throwing stuff to the player. I don't think they should make really a level, like they said you only go up to Bad Omen level 5. They should have it so that the raids can get harder and harder. And actually going out there and collecting more Bad Omen actually doesn't really do much to the raids. It just adds like one extra wave onto it. And decreasing the amount of bad omen you get from killing like a captain means you just have to kill like more captains to get higher level. But oh, this guy threw me some tools. Oh wow. So I guess they will throw you items when you got the Hero of the Village effect. Wow, they just gave me free tools. That's so awesome. So not only do you get really good prices, you also get pretty much free stuff that they're selling. Funny thing is this guy doesn't actually have tools currently selected, so they must have a certain item that they can give away free. Like these guys gave away seeds, babies gave away roses. This guy gave away a iron axe. That's definitely something we're going to have to go ahead and test during our stream tonight. We'll have to see what type of item each villager gives out for free. And with the raids, they should also add illusioners into those, so you can kind of fight them as a final boss. Now they haven't said anything about changes that they made to iron golem spawns, so far the farms that we've been making seem pretty slow. But they have asked for people's opinions on iron farms, so maybe we'll see changes in the next snapshot to do with those. I'm really glad they're taking time to kind of go back to old features that they introduced earlier in the snapshot and kind of tweak them the way they want to, even though I'm not really impressed by the way they have handled the raids. And maybe they'll go back and also change some of the stuff we've seen with like the iron farms. But I'm definitely glad they're going ahead and knocking out large chunks of bugs every time they do one of these snapshots. If you guys did find this video interesting, go ahead and hit that like button and share it with someone else. And if you haven't already, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything and it's just a simple click. And if you guys know of anything that we should test during our snapshot stream, or if there's something that I missed altogether, go ahead and tell us down in the comments. And I'd like to thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.